Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is baking soda. And if you've seen any of my videos, I've done a couple on baking soda that have a lot of views, and I'm a huge fan of baking soda. So here's a little article from WeSupportOrganic.com. WeSupportOrganic.com. And here's what they're saying, quote unquote, everybody will strongly resist the idea that something so simple and cheap as sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, can surpass the most expensive pharmaceutical drugs. You know, a little thing of baking soda is about $1. There are compelling evidence that are supporting the multitude of theories that suggest that sodium bicarbonate should be the primary and universal treatment for a wide range of diseases such as diabetes and cancer. Now, for cancer treatment on baking soda, I recommend reading Dr. Mark Sircus, Sircus. He's got the best known information out there about baking soda and cancer. Dr. Robert Young also talks about it in his pH Miracle book about using baking soda. So basically, baking soda increases your pH, increases your oxygen in your system, which cancer cells do not like. They don't like. They're very acidic. In fact, most or all diseases, according especially to Robert Young, says it comes from acidosis, from over acidification. So baking soda will help you alkalize your body, thus eliminating a wide range of diseases, according to Dr. Robert Young, the pH Miracle author. Now, I've used it for, in the past, when my diet was terrible, I used it for, after I realized that Tums just weren't working, and I was actually on medication that wasn't even working for acid reflux. They wanted to actually operate on me. Really insane thought process from doctors way back in the late 90s. This happened to me, and I would sleep at night, sitting up a lot of nights with Tums on my nightstand. I just thought it was normal just to pop Tums all night and sit up. I mean, I used to remember getting up at 3 in the morning, just sitting on the side of my bed, drinking water and trying to get my food to digest. And my doctor said, sleep in a chair, you know, so I'd sleep in a recliner chair. And it was a nightmare. Well, baking soda quickly, once I discovered baking soda, would bam, would just knock it out. But that, of course, was not the underlying problem. The underlying problem was my diet. So once I changed my diet, I didn't even need baking soda anymore. So that's the goal. The goal is not to take your acid reflux and just load it up with baking soda all the time, right? Because you need to get the underlying cause. So I figured out the underlying cause. Now, there are rare occasions now where I need to use baking soda. Maybe I ate something bad, or maybe I ate the wrong combinations of food, or maybe I just ate bad food to begin with. I try not to do that, and there was a point in my life that I would use baking soda when I would drink alcohol. I try not to drink, and I don't drink much anymore, but I own a restaurant. I have a great wine list, a great craft beer list, and I love wine and I love good beer. So I'll have a few sips here and there, maybe a half a glass of wine here and there, but nothing major. But in the past, when I was out drinking at a festival or was out a night of drinking, I would routinely take baking soda. I do take baking soda now on a regular, semi-regular basis when I do longer endurance activities like running or cycling. Those are great times to get that into your system before and or afterwards. Because it dumps the lactic acid out of your system, okay? So that's what makes you sore, and that's what tightens you up, is the lactic acid. A lot of runners say, get the lactic acid out of your system. In fact, in the Olympics, they do something called soda doping. Athletes at the Beijing Olympics, that was very popular, because they realized that in an hour endurance activities, you could shave 10% of your time off. And when you're out there doing an endurance activity, you're doing an activity and the winners, there's 2, 3, 4, 5 of the top finishers within a second or 2 seconds. Taking baking soda could determine getting a gold medal or not even medaling at all. So a lot of people use baking soda for that, and I do use it. That's probably the only thing I use baking soda on a regular basis for right now. But I would definitely recommend reading Dr. Mark Sircus. Dr. Sircus, I definitely recommend reading Robert Young. Find out more about baking soda. Find out if it's right for you. If you ask your doctor. Now, the pharmaceutical industry is really afraid of baking soda because it's so cheap. If you ask your doctor, chances are your doctor is going to say he doesn't recommend it, she doesn't recommend it, it's too salty, there's too much sodium in it. They're going to knock it down left and right. So you have to be prepared to if you go to your doctor to say that, to ask about it, that they're totally going to say no. And the reason where they're coming from is because in schools, in medical school, they're not taught about baking soda. They're taught about pharmaceutical drugs, because the pharmaceutical companies are the ones who sponsor the schools. They're the ones who sponsor the universities. They're the ones who write the textbooks. And they're the ones who send the reps in to train the doctors after they graduate. While the doctors are in their practice, practicing medicine, they're the ones that are sending in the sales reps that have new drugs that say this is effective for X, Y, and Z, along with all these other side effects, okay? So your doctor doesn't know about this. It's not because it's not the right thing to do. It's just because your doctor has never been trained. There's no money in it. Baking soda is extremely inexpensive to produce. You can watch a couple of my other videos and find out really more about the origins of baking soda, its natural elements, and that our body produces it, and it's essential. And they will even use baking soda or sodium bicarbonate in the medical profession, but they would never tell us to say, well, you can cure or you should use this as treatment for cancer or diabetes or for acid reflux. Because it'll just be too simple. You go spend $1 at the store, there's literally no money in that for a pharmaceutical company. There's no money for a doctor to make. That's why it's all about the money trail. And in hospitals and pharmaceutical companies, they mark up medicine up to 250,000%. Saline bags that cost like $1. Hospitals get $800 for that, and your insurance company is the one paying for that, and we're all paying for that. Is really the bottom line, because insurance, the premiums or rates, it gets absorbed by everybody, right? And they're not in a non-profit business. The insurance companies, the health insurance companies, so essentially we're all paying for it, right? So baking soda would be a way to really effectively bring down healthcare costs, according to all the research that's been done, according to this article that I'm reading. So check out those 2 books I mentioned, and do you use baking soda, and what do you use it for? I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, and pass it on.